Welcome to One Shot Movies. In this video, there's no room for coincidence and no place for mercy. You're about to enter the true realm of slashers, where breath is cut short, blood runs cold, and dreams are buried alive. A serious warning, what you're about to witness is not just horror. It's living pain, slow death, and screams that no one will ever hear. Here, there are no heroes, no escape, no rules. Just flesh being torn, eyes going dark, and souls vanishing beneath a cold, silent blade. 7 films, 7 stops along a journey of psychological and physical torment. Each one a new gateway into nightmare, like walking barefoot over broken glass in utter silence. This isn't entertainment. It's a descent into something darker, something that will make you sweat, shake, and question what fear really means. If you dare to face the real dark side, watch until the end. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because what's coming next is even darker. Are you ready? Let the journey begin, from the first cut to the final breath.
Fucking kill you!
Oh no, don't do this!
So where are we going again?
It's a surprise.
It's hardly a surprise. It's a dirty old cabin.
In the heart of the woods stands Talon Falls, not as a tourist attraction, but as a stage for pain, where horror becomes a show and torture turns into entertainment. 4 teenagers, unaware they've stepped into a live slaughter arena, an ordinary trip, a strange stop, an innocent entry, but the door doesn't just lock from the inside. It locks from hell itself. In Talon Falls, the cages aren't props, and the knives aren't covered in fake blood. The screams you hear, they're real. Victims being slowly butchered right before the eyes of spectators. The audience laughs, the victims break, and you are trapped in between. Scenes you can't unsee, a soul slowly shattering. Here there's no hero to save you. No happy ending. The monsters wear no masks, only smiling human faces, thirsty for blood. Talon Falls doesn't offer escape. It forces you to see, to hear, to feel. Every stab, every tear, every unanswered cry for help. This is not just a horror film. It's a psychological ordeal, a slow descent into madness. Because in Talon Falls, the question isn't who's next. It's, can you keep your mind intact while watching humanity become live entertainment?
You're gonna love it. It's just peace and relaxation and relentless pounding for like 6 days.
Don't forget about the beer.
In the depths of the forest, a distant cabin, no people, no signal, no escape. A group of friends, a short trip, a light vacation. But inside that cabin, what awaits them isn't a killer, but something slower and crueler. The danger doesn't come with a knife. It comes with water, with a touch, with a tiny wound no one notices. Cabin fever doesn't begin with screaming. It starts when itching, redness, slow peeling. The body begins to decay, and the friends look at each other. Who's next? Who will save whom? And who will kill before becoming a walking nightmare? In this cabin, there are no monsters outside. The monster grows under your skin, and the horror starts from within. Doors lock, trust collapses, and every bond becomes a survival test. Cabin Fever isn't just a film about a deadly virus. It's a film about fragility, about fear of others and of yourself, about the moment you stare into the mirror and don't recognize the face melting in front of you. In the end, you won't ask who survives, but rather, is there anything left of you at all? Or did the virus beat you and erase you from the inside out?
Holy, please!
On a desolate road, scorched by the sun, with no end in sight, 6 young people on what seemed like an ordinary trip. But then, a tire bursts, and everything turns upside down. Because this isn't just a roadside mishap, it's a trap, calculated, deadly, Somewhere between the trees, a silent sniper watches, cold, merciless, waiting for the moment, and fires. One shot, a head explodes, screams echo, and the road turns into an open hunting ground. No dramatic music, no warning, just sudden, raw death that freezes your blood. Downrange doesn't care about your comfort. It strips away your safety, your hope, even your sense of time. You're not just watching, you're there, exposed, trapped, counting the seconds between your heartbeats. Every moment is heavy with terror. Every breath might be your last. Because the question isn't how do you escape? It's, has death been patiently waiting its turn? Or is it watching you now, smiling through the sniper's scope, counting your breaths? Downrange isn't a survival movie. It's a suffocating experience, a descent into raw panic, where there's no exit, no logic, only a slow countdown until it's your turn. In the heart of the forest, where innocence once lived and childhood memories pulsed with life, something happened, something no one could have imagined. Winnie the Pooh is no longer that gentle bear, and Piglet is no longer the innocent companion. Years of hunger, of betrayal, of abandonment turned friends into monsters. Christopher Robin, the closest friend, left the forest behind. And in doing so, he left behind starving souls, hearts that broke, then hardened. Now, he's back, but the forest is no longer the same. The love he once knew there has turned into hatred, a hatred that devours anyone who sets foot on its soil. This is not a traditional horror film, but a journey into broken childhood, into the places where innocence was stabbed until it bled. There is no space for nostalgia here, no room for escape, and Pooh will not stop, because hunger shows no mercy. Every scream was once a lullaby, every tear a vow of revenge. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, isn't just a distortion of a childhood legend, but a warped mirror of our most innocent memories. Because sometimes, when we leave childhood behind, it doesn't leave us, it waits, and it gets even. In a nameless forest, Kaylin wakes up inside a wooden coffin. No memory, no clue, just blood in the air and something hunting her. 8 girls, 8 masked monsters. No words, no mercy, just slaughter. But the Furies isn't just a hunt, it's a game. Each girl is tied to a beast. If she dies, he dies. If she lives, the killing continues. Kaylin, epileptic and cornered, refuses to stay prey. She fights back, not to survive, but to destroy. In this world, terror is law, and the only way out is to become the monster they created. The Furies, 2019, a savage experiment where fear is designed and survival demands blood. On a night thick with the stench of war, in the shadows of World War II, as the sky rained fire and the earth silently swallowed its sons, they dropped from the sky, thinking they were on a mission, but what they were about to face was not part of any military plan, nor did it belong to any war mankind had ever known. A small squad of paratroopers is thrown behind enemy lines for what seems like a simple task: destroy a Nazi radio tower. But what they discover deep in the village, it is something else entirely. A graveyard that pulses with life, a hell engineered in a lab. Deep inside the basement, there were screams, stitched by needles, bodies torn apart, then brought back to life, and creatures forged from pain, not from clay. The Nazis weren't satisfied with killing. They wanted to create an army that doesn't die, beings that know no mercy, feel no pain, and are untouched by death. Overlord is not a war film, but a descent into hysteria, into the savagery of science when it slips out of control, into a horror that doesn't come from a monster, but from a man who chose to become a god. Every step inside the village is a heartbeat on the edge of explosion. Every scream, a late warning. Every familiar face, might be death itself. Here, there is no hero who will survive, no honorable fight, only the sound of bones shattering and a terror planted in the eyes before the heart. Overlord, 2018, a journey to the depths of Nazi experiments, where logic dies and horror is resurrected in the form of a deformed soldier who looks at you and smiles.
Holy Christ. Overlord.
Like all of the others.
In a one-eyed world where childhood is slaughtered in silence and truth is buried beneath trembling skin, the story begins with a scream. A little girl escapes from hell, her body torn, her soul shattered, but her eyes still carry the truth. Lucy wasn't insane. She was a witness to something unspeakable, unbearable. Years go by, but the nightmare doesn't fade. It grows, like a tumor beneath the flesh, until she decides to take revenge. But Martyrs isn't about revenge. It's about destruction, about how a human being can be crushed to the core, not for justice, but in the search for what lies beyond pain, beyond death, what some call salvation or enlightenment. Anna, the gentle friend, the savior. She saw it all, then fell into the same pit. They were preparing her for something greater, something crueler, to become a martyr, to be flayed to the bone, to strip away all that is human until what lies beyond humanity is revealed. Here, pain isn't a tool, it's a gate. And the martyr is not a victim, but a witness to what lies beyond suffering, beyond life, in a place where agony is worshipped and souls are dissected like corpses. Truth becomes a curse, and salvation an endless torment. Martyrs, 2015. Not a horror film, but an autopsy of the soul. A free fall into the abyss of fanatical faith, where pain is sacred and truth hangs on a wall of bones. The question here isn't, will you survive? But rather, is there anything waiting for you on the other side of the pain?
Die out here too!
How long have you been here?
We were disorganized.
I don't know.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Goodbye.